In this video, I'll show you how I created this poster in Ibis Paint, along with some tips and tricks to make your poster look great. All right, here we are in Ibis Paint X, and as always, we're starting by adding the images. This is a super important step when making posters like this, so take your time. Don't just slap the images on. Experiment, try different placements, and find what looks best. Now here's a little problem with Ibis. Every time you move or resize an image, the quality drops. And if it's outside the frame, it gets cut off. Not cool. So instead, I recommend using PixArt for this part. In PixArt, you can move the images wherever you want and nothing gets cut off, even if it's outside the frame. Super handy. Once we're happy with the layout, we import it back into Ibis Paint and lower the opacity. Why? Because we're going to re-add each image separately to keep better control over them. Let me just get rid of this random leg here. Yep, gone. Next up, color grading. And I'm doing this in two parts. One for the skin and one for the clothes. Everything should look like it was taken in the same photo, right? So let's separate the skin from the clothes. I'm using the lasso tool here, but hey, use whatever method works for you. Now that everything's separated, it's time for some color grading magic. I'm using the tone curve because it's super effective and easy to work with. Oh, and yeah, I'm using a modded version. Don't ask me for the link. Privacy issues, you know. Find one and use it at your own risk. Let's fix this guy's pimples real quick by sampling the color from nearby and painting over them. The hair edges, way too smooth. I'm grabbing the eraser and carefully chipping away to make it look more natural. Trust me, these small details make your artwork pop. Now, I'm thinking of adding a bit of typography in the background. But first, let's make a cool shape, paint it over with the same color, and then invert it to get a complementary shade. Next, I'll type his name and pick a nice font, placing it right here, making sure it's perfectly centered. Looks good. Let's duplicate it and drag it down one after another. I've merged the layers, moved them under everything, and changed the color to black. Look at that, clean and classy. What if we duplicate it again, place it here, and clip it to this layer? Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Let's tweak the color a bit too, adding some shadows behind the text for that sweet 3D effect. What do you guys think? Now let's duplicate the layer, use the sphere lens, and tweak it to create some fun designs. I'll repeat the process to build up more details in the background. let's jump into Lightroom and finish it off with some color grading magic.